Hello everybody, welcome to uncorkdeals.com. I'm Brian Freedman, wine specialist for winechateau.com. And today we have a really interesting wine for any number of reasons. We are featuring La Closerie de Fourtet 2002. So what makes this wine so exciting? Well, first of all, this is actually what we call the second label of one of the great properties in Emilion, which is one of the great places in Bordeaux. So what does a second label mean? Well, when it comes to what they call the Grand Vin, the big wine, the big boy, these are typically made from the best vines in the vineyard. They're going to get the most love, the most care and attention in the winery. But then once that wine is made, a chateau often has all this other fruit, maybe from vines that aren't quite as mature yet as they would like, or maybe from parts of the vineyard that they're just not thrilled about that year. Whatever it might be, what they do is they then produce a second wine. So it's the same vineyard, it's going to be almost identical winemaking, but it's going to be a lot cheaper because the wines aren't necessarily meant to be quite as highbrow or to age quite as long. This is a great buying strategy, by the way. For me personally, I love buying these second wines in order to drink while I'm waiting for the big brothers to be ready. So this one, the Clos Fourtet, is the big brother. La Closerie de Fourtet is the second wine in this case. 02, I mean, 02 catches a lot of heat. I mean, it's, 2000 gets all the love, 2005 gets all the love, 09's getting a lot of it. 02, sleeper. And I love the 02s, and this one at 8 years old should be drinking really interestingly right now. So let's actually give this a swirl and a smell. And it smells to me like good Bordeaux is supposed to. It's a little smoky, there's a little bit of tobacco in there, there's a little hint of leather. The fruit is really subtle here. Have you ever walked into a library where someone's been smoking a cigar? This is kind of what it smells like to me, right? Give it a taste. So this is not a wine about the fruit. This is a wine about elegance, about delicacy. The texture is really silky here. It's going to sound funny, but can you imagine taking almost like a red and a black raspberry and crushing them up against a baseball mitt, all at the same time while smoking a pipe? This is exactly what this reminds me of. I love this wine. It's very pretty. Right side of the river in Bordeaux, we're talking about Merlot country, Cabernet Franc country, as opposed to the big estates on the left bank where they're really leaning much more heavily on Cabernet Sauvignon. Very true to the Big Brother style. It's elegant, a little spicy, great wine. Really interesting to have this at 8 years old. Can't recommend it highly enough. As always, free shipping on 6 bottles or more, and please, enjoy your wine.